y'all, Vita to Fly, and I'm back with another video. This video I will be discussing all the questions I've received since I've been a flight attendant, and now since I've had my year completed, a full year and a few months in, I feel that I have enough experience now to answer some of your top questions, at least the questions that I get most of the time from a variety of people, friends, family, strangers, anybody that I meet. These are the questions that they ask me. So we're going to start right now because I want to keep my videos short and sweet. The number one question that I get is, how do I become a flight attendant? Um, I've already just did a video on this, but the main thing that I tell everyone, first off, you have to apply for the job. Research the company that you want to apply to. Every company is different. So if you want to apply to Delta, American, United, whatever, research everything on them. Go on Glassdoor, go on everywhere, ask people, talk to other flight attendants, reach out on YouTube, anything, and just research the company. But you must go on the website and actually apply and see what the requirements are for that company. So that's the first thing to do. Apply, research, and ask questions. There are plenty of flight attendant videos and YouTube people who will assist you, including me. So if you have any questions that you won't answer directly, just hit me up, and I'll be happy to assist you in answering those questions. My second question is, did they hire you with your locks? Yes. Honestly, I was very, very worried about applying to become a flight attendant because my hair was locked. It wasn't blonde, but I was fully locked. Throughout training and my interview process, I did keep my hair pulled up into an updo. It was always style. Now, since I've been a year in, I would usually either have it in a ponytail or I wear an updo, and I've had no issues and no problems or anything like that. My first day of actually going to flight attendant training, I was kind of looked at a little, I don't know, like skeptically, like, did you really get in with these locks? And a lot of people ask me that during training, they let you in with locks? I'm like, yeah. So I am officially a locked and fly flight attendant. So don't let that discourage you. If you have locks or any kind of hairstyle, just maintain it and keep it professional. That's what I tell everyone. And I am professional. My hair is professional. My locks do not define who I am. They're just a part of who I am. And that's nothing that I was willing to change to become a flight attendant. So you have to make that choice on your own. The third question is, how long was training? I believe training is different depending on which company or which airline you apply to. With my company, my training was 6 weeks. 6 weeks unpaid training. So you have to take that in consideration when you're applying to these different airlines. I actually applied to 3 different airlines. One, I applied to Delta. I believe theirs was 6 weeks, but they have some kind of paid trainer or something like that. I applied to Southwest and American. I'm not sure what Southwest is, but American is, I believe 6 weeks. 6 weeks unpaid, but I'm not sure what it is right now. I would always research because things changed. Things change all the time. So the next question is, how do I deal with jet lag from flying? First off, I'm going to be straight up with y'all. Within my year, I'm not like a bunch of flight attendants who fly high time, like a lot of hours throughout the month. I fly at most 75 to 80 hours at the most, so I don't have to deal with a lot of jet lag. That's why I picked this job, because I basically can make my own schedule unless I'm on reserve, and that's my own call month, and they call me. And even then, it's usually not that bad because you have at least what, I believe 12 or something days off, and you can pick up on your days off. So for me, for jet lag, I always recommend plenty of sleep and self-care. Take care of yourself, drink plenty of fluids. If you need a break, take a break. If everyone else is going out and you're tired, you just got off this flight, you've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning, you didn't get to your room until 9 or 10, take a nap, go to bed, take you a warm shower, eat some good food, and just relax. Don't let this job take away the responsibility of you taking care of you. You should always come first, your body, your health, because flying a lot, it's a lot of strain on your body. Everything in your body expanding, you get dehydrated. Drink plenty of fluids. Your skin can become very dry. Drink plenty of fluids. Keep lotion and hand sanitizers to stay healthy. So that is what I recommend for jet lag: fluid and rest and self-care. Okay. 6, how many hours do we work on? Now, like I said, this fluctuates. The minimum hours that we can work for my company is 40 hours a month, but it fluctuates. If you want to be a high time flyer, I know people that say they work 120, 130 hours a month. I won't do that. I know people who work the minimum 40, 50 hours a month. And you know, if you want to make money, unless you have a lot of seniority or you got a nice little side hustle, you're going to have to fly some in your first few years. So for me, 75 to 80 hours is what keeps me well balanced with what I want to do with my life, and keep my home life happy, if you know what I mean. So I feel like you have to figure out what works best for you. Once you start flying, like, cause I've been doing this a year now, so I know what's best for me. I've actually tried flying more hours, and I'm not. I'm not a nice person when I fly too much because I need my sleep, I need my rest. I need to be around my family and friends and just have some downtime and some me time. I truly believe in self-love and self-care. Okay, number 7. How long is reserve? Reserve. When I started, reserve was 1 month on, 1 month off. That's reserve. If you don't know what that means, that means the time that you're on call. So I'm on call 1 month, and then I have a regular schedule or a line the next month. Now I think most companies are going to 1 year straight reserve. So that full year you're on call. Um, I'm not sure how, if it was like that when I started, if I would have chose it, because reserve can be hard on some people because you never know your schedule. You have to always bid, where we have to always bid and see, you know, what kind of schedule. You're going to know your off days, but that's about it. You never know the schedule, when you're going to fly, how long you're going to be flying. You're going to have a 2 day or 3 day or 4 day, whatever. So like for me right now, I'm one on and one off. So 1 month is my reserve month, which I'm on call that whole entire month. And the next month I have a holder line, so I basically get to make my own schedule, and I can drop and trade trips and fly as much or as little as I want. Number 8, did you get to pick your base? I am a more seasoned individual. So when I went through training, they give you a list of bases that's open. So I put down my top list was my where I was currently living. So due to my years on this earth, I actually got to stay at the base where I currently live and reside. So everything is based on seniority. So if they have the base open where you want to go and you bid for that base, there's a chance you may get it. If there's more people who are older than you or more senior than you in your class during training, you might not get it. But from what I understand, people have been able to transfer to different bases fairly easily. I say within the first, maybe 6 months to a year that they've been there, they've been transferring. I know people that I graduated with, and we've been a year. They've been transferring to different bases, and they're all over right now. So don't get so caught up in where you're gonna go when you get assigned straight out of training. Focus on learning the job, the safety aspect of the job, having fun, enjoying where you are, and then you can choose. Once you get the hang of things, choose and go wherever you want. You can always bid for wherever you want to go. 9, do you like your job? You know what? This should have been right at the top too. Like, this is the questions that I get asked a whole lot. Do I like what I do? Honestly, they say people complain about being a flight. I actually love, 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 love being a flight attendant. And this is for me. I chose this job after being a nurse. I was an emergency room nurse for almost 11, 12 years. I still have my license, so I can always go back to that. But I needed a little autonomy. More autonomy and more free time. With being a flight attendant, I pretty much get to choose and make my own schedule. I can fly or as little as I want. If I need extra money in the month, I can either fly or do a little side hustle to make more money. I get to spend time with my friends and family. I get to travel for free and see everyone that because I'm in a city where I don't have a lot of family or friends here. I get to travel and see them whenever I need to, whenever I want to. If I want to take a day trip back home just to say hi for a birthday party and then come back the next day, I can do that. So with the freedom that this job gives me, I absolutely love it. But that being said, any job is what you make of it. You have to make the job your own. Don't fall into the trap of listening and fall into the little clicks and what everyone else says about the job. Make it your own. Find out why you love this job, why you chose this job, and make it work for you. Don't get so caught up in the first couple of years in the pay, because it's not going to be that great. It's a good pay, and if you fly a lot, you're going to have a good check. But for me flying 75 to 80 hours, it's worth it for me just to get to travel all around the world and spend time with my loved ones, or even by myself, just to be like, hey, I think I want I want to go to Chicago today. I want some Harold's chicken. I can fly to Chicago, get some Harold's chicken, and come right back. So for me, it's worth it. So once again, make the job what you want it to be. Don't let this job make or break you. And number 10, how does me being a flight attendant affect my home life? That is a very good question. So far, I have had no issues with it affecting my home life. When I first said that I was going to apply to be a flight attendant, I was in a relationship and that didn't end so well. So we actually broke up because they didn't want me to become a flight attendant. But now that I am in a new relationship, everything is working out perfectly. I love it. I love it. She loves it. We fly around the world together. It is a beautiful, most loving experience that I'm so glad that I have this opportunity to do and share it with someone who appreciates the changes that I've had to go to become the person that I am now, to have this autonomy, to live and be and just be free to do whatever I want to do, and they accept that fully. And their job, their schedule is typically 9 to 5 kind of type job, so they do have the opportunity to take off with me if we want to plan trips or plan vacations, and it's all love. So you have to find someone who listens, and understands, and appreciates your goals for your job and what you want to do, and be with that person. Don't be with someone who wants to change you or wants to condemn you for wanting to leave and travel and see the world. So those are my top 10 questions that I've received about being a flight attendant. If you have any other questions about being a flight attendant, or anything particular about the journey to become a flight attendant, feel free to reach out to me on my social media. That's Vita2Fly. You'll see it down at the bottom. I will put my IG down there. You can DM me. You can hit me up. My email is probably on the page, and I will be happy to answer all your questions, or you can just submit your question right here on YouTube. Once again, thank you for watching, and always be mentally fly.